This is CBN NewsWatch.
And thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ephraim Graham. The Senate Judiciary Committee may be taking a closer look into the goings-on at the FBI under James Comey after the leak of a new report accused the former director of misconduct. Adele Hurd is on this story.
Sources have learned that the Justice Department's Inspector General believes James Comey defied authority during his tenure as FBI director and cited Comey's letter to Congress a few days before the 2016 presidential election that FBI agents had reopened the Clinton email probe. In an exclusive interview with the 700 Club before the report's release, President Trump's attorney Rudolph Giuliani also condemned Comey's actions in the Russia probe.
Comey worked for me in the U.S. Attorney's Office, and Mueller worked under me in the Justice Department. I'm very, very disappointed in Comey. Comey, I think, is the real villain of this whole thing.
Comey has publicly defended his actions, saying they were to protect the integrity of the FBI.
Given what I knew at the time, these were the decisions that were best calculated to preserve the values of the institutions.
But Senate Judiciary Committee member Senator John Cornyn told Fox News more needs to be learned about what was going on at the FBI.
We really need to get to the bottom of what happened at the FBI during the Comey years, where apparently there was misconduct going on, which I think has really impugned the reputation of the finest law enforcement agency in the world. And we need to clear the air. And so I think giving Mr. McCabe cover through immunity would be a mistake.
The draft report also criticizes former Attorney General Loretta Lynch for not recusing herself after her infamous tarmac meeting with President Bill Clinton during the 2016 campaign. Dale Hurd, CBN News.
And you can see the full interview with Rudy Giuliani on today's 700 Club and at cbnnews.com. Here's a look now at some of the other big headlines we're following for you today in the CBN Newsroom. House Republicans are planning a closed-door meeting on immigration today. Leaders will work to find a consensus on the issue, but they haven't had much luck in the past. The major hang-up in the GOP talks has been how to offer citizenship to young immigrants brought to the U.S. illegally as children. The GOP must find a solution in order to keep control of the House during the November elections. President Donald Trump will head to Canada Friday for the G7 summit. The White House is expecting a chilly reception from countries like Canada and Germany because of the new trade tariffs and Trump's withdrawal from the Paris Climate Accord. But the president plans to hold one-on-one talks with Canada's Prime Minister and France's president. Thanks to the president and reality star Kim Kardashian, a 63-year-old grandmother serving a life sentence on drug charges was released Wednesday. Alice Johnson spent more than 20 years behind bars, serving life without parole for drug offenses. Now she says she feels as though her life is starting over again. You can find more on these stories and others throughout the day at cbnnews.com. 6 children injured in Guatemala's volcano disaster are arriving at a hospital in Texas today. Doctors and nurses from the Texas hospital landed in Guatemala City just 24 hours after the volcano erupted. They determined the 6 children most needed for treatment in the U.S., where the staff specializes in burn treatment. Doctors say they will likely undergo surgery right away. All of them are in critical condition. Now, this comes as the death toll from the volcano rises to at least 99 right now. Well, now that summer is officially here, doctors are warning too much sun can cause devastating skin cancer. About 10,000 Americans die from melanoma skin cancer every year. Lori Johnson shows us what you can do to stay safe this summer.
When it comes to skin cancer, early detection usually makes the difference between life and death. That means learning how to recognize suspicious moles and getting to the doctor right away if you see one.
Melanoma begins in moles, which can be easily removed. But if left untreated, the cancer can grow from the mole to vital organs.
The vast majority of skin cancers are initially identified by the patient themselves. And knowing good techniques for analyzing our skin is as easy as A, B, C, D, E.
Suspicious moles are asymmetrical. One half looks different than the other half. Borders are raggedy, difficult to define, not smooth. The presence of more than one color in a mole is cause for concern. The diameter should be no larger than the size of a pencil eraser, and evolving moles, ones that change, can be problematic.
It's not what you remember last month or the month before. If it's bothering you, if it's a little itchy, if it's a little irritated, make sure you bring that to the attention of your physician.
9 out of 10 melanoma cases are caused by sun exposure and tanning beds. To protect yourself, avoid tanning beds altogether. And before going in the sun, apply a sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher, making sure to reapply every few hours or after getting wet.
Doctors recommend limiting outdoor activities to the morning or evening when the sun's rays are weaker, hanging out in the shade, and covering up. As an added bonus, avoiding the sun helps us stay looking younger longer. Lori Johnson, CBN News.
Coming up, how to start a riot on a college campus. Step 1, have something to say conservative. And there is no need for a step 2. We're exploring the assault on free speech happening on college campuses in America. Welcome back. Miss America will no longer be judging contestants based on appearance. The organization announced Tuesday it is ditching its swimsuit and ball gown portions of the competition. Instead, contestants will now take part in a live, interactive session with the judges and be able to dress to show off their own personal style. Officials say this will help the judges focus more on the women's personalities.
This is just an initiative to shift the focus more to what our women have to say and their communication skills and what impact they're having in society.
Miss America will also now not be referred to as a pageant. Instead, it will be called a competition. College campuses are historically a safe place for free speech, but many of those so-called homes of higher learning are bowing to censorship. As Paul Strand reports, that culture shift is generating a revolution among students and their allies.
These protesters. Free speech is under assault because of a
Free speech advocates warn the growing move to shut down certain speakers and opinions on college campuses threatens First Amendment rights. Berkeley was ripped up by rioters who didn't want a conservative commentator for Breitbart News to speak on campus. Angry students at Vermont's Middlebury campus shouted down and turned their backs on controversial author Charles Murray, who some label a racist. Then Middlebury professor Allison Stanger was assaulted as she helped Murray push through a student mob.
Somebody pulled my hair and body slammed me in the opposite direction. I suffered a concussion and whiplash.
Fury broke out again at Berkeley, but didn't stop conservative firebrand Ben Shapiro from speaking there. He told CBN News,
There's an enormous group of people on the left who now identify verbiage with violence. They identify words with violence. If I don't like something that you say and I have an emotional reaction to it and it causes me stress and I have a physical reaction, well, that's you actually doing harm to me. And now I am justified in using physical violence in order to prevent you from doing further harm to me. This is really dangerous stuff.
Here at Washington, D.C.'s Georgetown University, some students were protesting that Attorney General Jeff Sessions was allowed to speak. His topic, ironically enough, attacks on free speech at U.S. campuses.
Was that not targeting people of color?
I'm sorry. Students at Washington's Evergreen State College basically forced Professor Brett Weinstein to resign when he wouldn't endorse a day of no whites on campus and then refused to apologize. Now the schools themselves are buying into the trend.
Here, dreams are in need of your voice. Fragile ideas await your...
This promotional video from the University of Michigan makes it sound like a welcoming, open institution. But an incredibly vague speech code and roving bias response teams intimidate students who worry they'll be punished if their words are judged to be politically incorrect.
They're afraid to talk about politics, so they go in their dorm room and they lock their door. You need to tailor your speech to what the most sensitive student on campus might interpret your words as.
Nikki Neely's group, Speech First, is suing the university for extreme actions like punishing the marching band when various sections dress like different kinds of music.
One section wore baggy shirts and backwards hats and baggy shorts, and they were rap. Somebody walked by, they saw it, they filed a complaint, and the 400-person marching band had to go through several hours of cultural appropriation training.
Congress is also hearing about these extreme incidents.
The administrators at a community college forced an 8-year Navy veteran to stop distributing, now get this, pocket-sized U.S. constitutions.
As Oklahoma Wesleyan President Everett Piper put it on CBN 700 Club,
we actually are telling people, conservative speakers primarily, if you don't agree with us, if you're not one of us, if you're not a part of the fascists, the common bond of ideas, we will crush you, we will expel you, you're verboten, you're unwelcome.
Many colleges are limiting controversial talk to small free speech zones.
I mean, America is a free speech zone.
Students don't need a permit to speak on campus. The only permit they need is the First Amendment.
Neely feels young students need to be challenged and shaken up by opposing views.
College is not meant to be a safe space. College is meant to be a place for discourse, where you exchange ideas, where you pursue truth. It is not meant to be a place where you are coddled.
As Dr. Piper told his student body, this is not a daycare.
So we do need an aggressive defense on campus of the Enlightenment principle articulated by Voltaire. I disagree with everything you say, but I will defend with my life your right to say it.
Leading Christian philosopher Professor Robert George said much is at stake if colleges silence free speech.
American democracy and higher education both depend on freedom of thought and expression. People need to be free, people need to feel free to speak their minds.
Paul Strand, CBN News, Georgetown University.
Still ahead, 20 Iranian Christians embark on a dangerous mission. Hear why former Muslims are willing to risk their lives to be baptized. While this may come as a surprise to you, Christianity is growing faster in Iran than any other country in the world. Tens of thousands in the overwhelmingly Muslim country are abandoning that faith. A group of Iranian Christians invited our George Thomas to join them and to document their baptism.
On a recent Friday, 600 miles east of Tehran, not too far from the Afghanistan-Turkmenistan border, 20 Iranians prepared for a secret journey out of their country. For their safety, we've concealed their identities and changed their names.
I've been waiting for this moment for nearly 9 years.
The mission took months to prepare. It was fraught with danger.
This was my wish before I die.
Afarin helped arrange their travel.
The moment the Iranian government discovers someone has changed their religion, they will try everything to stop the person from sharing their new faith with others.
Most of these new Christians paid a price for abandoning Islam.
The government scares Christians, imprisons them, fires them from their jobs, kicks them out of school, and many other tactics, all in an effort to stop them from evangelizing.
Afarin knew what they were about to experience could land them in trouble. CBN News met them shortly after they left Iran.
Due to the sensitive nature of this report, CBN News has agreed not to reveal our location nor the names of the individuals associated with the story.
And this is why they left Iran for a few days. For the first time, all 20 followed Christ in baptism.
Inside Iran, if the government found out that you were baptized, you would be automatic imprisonment. And so rather than do that inside their country, they came outside for a special event like this.
One by one, the young and old got dunked. Men, women, and children, all of whom renounced Muhammad and professed their faith in Jesus Christ, in a swimming pool rented for the occasion. 53-year-old Faribors waited 10 years for this moment.
I accepted Christ when I was 43 years old. There was no way for me to get baptized in Iran because of the dangers we face. Today, my faith is complete.
16-year-old Sarah accepted Christ 4 years ago.
I became a Christian after seeing Jesus in a dream. As I was getting baptized this morning, I felt the Holy Spirit come upon me in a new way.
Entire families got baptized.
It feels very good. I'm very happy. My whole family is happy.
And what makes this baptism all the more significant is that the majority of Iranians in attendance have come from the nation's third largest city of Mashhad, which also happens to be one of Shia Islam's most holiest cities.
Ilahi, once a devout Muslim, said the Quran left her with more questions than answers.
This was the appointed time for me to get baptized. Also, I know God used the past 11 years to grow my faith so I could endure difficult times.
Experts say her testimony and that of many others points to evidence that God is advancing His kingdom in Iran.
We had never seen such an unprecedented growth of an underground church anywhere else before.
Mike Ansari, an Iranian by birth, is director of operations at Mohabbat TV.
شبکه محبت از آغاز تولد خود
In 2006, it became the first 24-hour Farsi Christian channel to beam gospel programs into Iran. The majority baptized this weekend came to faith by watching Mohabbat TV.
Some of these believers waited for many, many years to be baptized. They want to tell the world that they belong to Jesus. They want to tell the world that what was before is dead and now they're a new creation.
Ansari says many Iranians, especially the young, feel disillusioned with Islam, and record numbers are turning to this channel to learn more about Christianity.
Roughly about 16 million Iranians within the last 12 months have viewed one or more of our programs on satellite TV and also on their mobile devices. That roughly translates to about 20% of Iran's population. And that is an overwhelming number.
Mohabbat is now one of 4 satellite channels broadcasting continuous Christian programming into Iran.
Since we didn't know other believers or were part of a house church, there was nobody to help us grow in our faith. We could only grow through watching Mohabbat TV and with the Holy Spirit's help to get stronger in our faith.
Nathan Rastampour led a house church in Iran for 10 years until he was forced to flee because of religious persecution. Now he hosts a show on Mohabbat TV, teaching folks how to safely run a house church inside Iran.
God is using this house church show to not only share the gospel, but also to equip the house churches and make leaders.
And those who track the growth of Christianity around the world say the one place where the faith is growing the most is in the Islamic Republic of Iran. Edward Hovsepian says this is nothing short of a miracle. His brother, Haik Hovsepian, an Assemblies of God pastor, was murdered in Iran for his faith in 1994. He says no matter how hard the government tries, it hasn't been able to stop the spread of Christianity.
They are very scared of the Bible, and they realize many Iranians are attracted to Christianity. The government persecutes them, hoping to undo the effect, but the result is the opposite, as more come to faith.
After a few days of fellowship, teaching, and encouragement, the 20 believers returned to Iran, energized and committed to sharing the love of Christ with their countrymen. Ansari says these exclusive images should encourage Christians that God is moving on the hearts of Iranians.
There's a lot of good news that is coming out of Iran, and we need to focus on that and celebrate that. We're hoping that the results that are being shared with the church in the West would encourage the body of Christ in the Western world, that God is very much alive among Muslims and He's doing a great job.
George Thomas, CBN News. Somewhere in the Middle East.
The good news of the gospel spreading to all corners of the earth. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Time now for your Thursday Thankful, and today I hope you will join me in this prayer of gratitude. God, thank you for the storms in my life, even those that I have managed to create. In them, you continue to show me that you are my peace. With that word and that prayer, I encourage you to make this a thankful Thursday. That is going to do it for this edition of CBN NewsWatch. Remember, you can find more of our exclusive coverage of the issues you care most about at cbnnews.com. And we'd love to hear what you think about the stories you've seen here today. You can do that by emailing newswatch@cbn.com. You can also always reach us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember, the news continues 24/7 at cbnnews.com. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Goodbye and God bless.